Hello Muttsters, hello Mutt Stars, USA Mutt, Bad Mutt Justify, I think that's going to be the new name. And we all hover around www.usamutt.com. And it's important that you get that link into your computer because you can keep up with what's going on around here without actually having to see the video blogs. And it takes a little time, a little effort, a little reading, but you know, you seem to have a bunch of people heading over there. That web page is like 75,000 now, and it's less than a year old. We had a splendid night, folks. We went out to Fairfield last night. Early in the summer, we had submitted some books to a lady named Diane DeFonce, and that was through networking from Erica and a guy named Pastor Paul. And I had nothing to do with it other than letting Tracy let it fly. And apparently, Diane has read our material, and she likes it a lot. Now, that simple phrase may not sound like a whole much, but you have to understand something about the literary business, okay? You don't need to say too much to people who are giants in the industry. And Diane, by all measures of the word, is a giant in the industry. She gave us a date for our roundtable book discussion. It's on May 19th. Mark it down in your calendar, 7 p.m., $14.99, Post Road in Fairfield. There's going to be food there, because the other people who are there are selling a cookbook. And they're probably going to want to eat. They're probably going to want to do their thing first, because we'll be discussing stuff that's probably better on a digested stomach as opposed to not. We don't want to ruin anyone's appetite. But we're going to try to be discussing Convoking Hell, and hopefully we can have her read Conjuring Love before that date. So we'll have 2 books that'll be a pair, and we're not going to do any recitals from the books, we're not going to do any reading from the books. We're going to basically discuss the books as the authors of the books. And that seems to tickle Diane because, you know, she can read the book herself. She doesn't need us to read it for her. So these are some of the tips that we're pulling right out of the chaff for the beautiful wheat seeds. And the thing that's really amazing about last night, since last year, we have had to overcome prohibitions, we have had to overcome bad intention, we have overcome more things than a lot of people manage to face in their whole life. And I'm not shitting you when I tell you that. You can read the book Convoking Hell and you can see there exactly what it is that I'm talking about. I settled a marriage. That's behind us. We had to do that because of what we're planning on doing. I've settled some agony in my heart about, you know, my daughter. She'll get a hold of me when she wants to, I'm sure of that. And I had this one lingering doubt. And this one lingering doubt was what this lady Diane thought of our work. And now that we know, there is nothing in front of us. Nothing. The only thing that's in front of us is my own nitwittery, and I can find that all day long. That's why I've got the Tin Roof Kitty and the Goddess and Coda and even that nitwit Layla to keep me out of trouble. So from here on out, it's like having a renewal of strength for me personally, because there's no lingering doubt. I mean, it's all gone. Everything that was holding us back is now gone. It's like an authorization, drop the gate and get there. Get there as fast as you can. I want to speak to this because a lot of you out there have given us some reflections and reviews that are just breathtaking. When we read them, we have to reread them again. We got to sit there and go, holy cow. they humble us, they really do. And it's not that your comments are any less than what Diane's is, but you have to understand the predication of where Diane comes from. She comes from a world that manages literary process. So when she gives us, I did and I liked it a lot, a small little phrase like that, that is an entire trifecta of becoming a literary presence. And on the way home last night, we were getting into our, celebration for the drive, talking about all kinds of nitwittery. But here's the thing, folks, okay? She's got meetings, these roundtable meetings, scheduled into 2011. Already slated, already booked. And we had mentioned to her we had more material for her to review. And she wants that material so she can schedule us again for another roundtable meeting before the end of this year. Oh, if you really thought you had it in your pocket, well, I'm telling you, we have it in our pocket. Doesn't amount to anything except for a few words, but those few words are the ultimate measure that an unknown writer can achieve. We've done it. We've done it through the help of all of our friends in networking. We've done it by the blessing of the Lord to utilize our talents to become storytellers, writers, and authors. And, here we go. We're going to start to become publishers, because I have a feeling Diane is going to be talking back to us with unknowns, and we're going to help them along. You see, that's how it goes around here. Giving everybody a hand up as opposed to a handout. When you're interested in your own self, you're more likely to do more to improve your own condition. And that's been the tenets of everything here. Everything at usamutt.com. Talent, energy, creativity, generosity, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. I had a fifth one in there. And we all work and struggle together. We overcome the difficulties of the day because we contribute. We contribute by words, we contribute by support. We do whatever we have to do to make sure that somebody in our little circle isn't being left behind. We're going to continue writing. If you thought the amount of work that we have accomplished this year is an amazing thing, and it is, you ain't seen anything yet. Because now that that limitation of doubt is no longer in front of me, I'm all over it. And I can't wait till I get through with a little bit more business today to kick the crap out of the Magic Barn. And when you people read the Magic Barn, you're going to be pulling your hair right out of your head. Okay, Muttsters, Mutt stars, peace, go tell your friends.